きの一人に誓って愛と正義の力で戦う星々が味方する因果を守護者たち
Blessed be all my Aries people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting March 31st, 2025. And just a quick heads up, I have decided to, a couple of days early, bring out Appreciation April, which is usually my annual sale where throughout the month of April, I have all of my readings 20% off. So for any of you who've ever wanted to try and get a reading with me or have been curious about a video report from me, this is definitely your month. So all throughout the month of April, 20% off all readings. Hope to hear from you soon. Head on over to my website, integrativemysticism.com. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 2nd, we've got Venus retrograde conjunct the North Node in Pisces, which is setting up a very unique kind of feel in the air. Opportunities to abandon a present or a future we don't want by reversing the past. And for you, this is falling in a part of your chart that is actually helping you to get away from something that you are stuck in because of some kind of past decision, past situation, or past commitment, whether it's something that you made or did yourself, or something that was put upon you or passed on down to you in some way. Whatever the case is, there's a chance for a breaking free as we go through the 2nd. 4th, 5th, and 6th this week, well, we've got Mars, Saturn, and Uranus all tripling up together. Mars and Saturn are both sextile to Uranus, and we've also got them trine each other. And with Mars, Saturn, and Uranus coming together in this way, there's going to be some very interesting surprise breakthroughs going on that may actually give you some secret opportunities or secret hookups through the workspace or some kind of financial situation that you are going to need to be ready to change a little bit of your time schedule and possibly even space for. But whatever it is, it looks like it's something that's going to pay off in a good way as we go through April. So that is what I've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, time for your tarot traffic, Aries. And so it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the Ten of Swords in reverse. Now, the Ten of Swords in reverse is actually a really good example of why you can't just hear the word reversed and have a shit fit. Because the Ten of Swords reversed is all about escapes, getting a chance to dodge a bullet or take a big exit or even leave some kind of track, lane, situation, or maybe a road that you've been on that is going into trouble. And even situations that you may or may not know could be leading you into trouble or things that have already caused a great deal of trouble. Throughout the course of this week, be prepared for chances for some things to be knocked off your table for your own good, especially pleasant surprises that allow you to take a great escape away from a situation that probably you shouldn't be in more than a few times. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work, job, and finances, you do have the Magician card reversed. And the Magician reversed is indicating this week you got to be careful. There may be something coming up where somebody might be attempting to finagle, swindle, or manipulate something around a professional or financial matter. And you've got to be able to catch it in the beginning, or you could be catching something that was already done in the past, and you're getting a chance to, of course, correct the situation as well. Just be careful with the Magician reverse. They can be very charismatic. They can be very good at doing the surface work of looking good, qualified, or trustworthy, but underneath, they're either a cunning liar or an incompetent buffoon. For your community with friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the Ace of Wands upright. And the Ace of Wands is all about new beginnings, as well as even a boost to your popularity, especially when it comes to things that might actually be pushing forward some kind of important road that is opening up your social life to some kind of new growth, or maybe even giving you a chance to take on a higher road in a creative, business, or professional pursuit. Whatever the case is, though, you definitely want to make sure that you are getting ready to go on this kind of quest, because the Ace of Wands can require us to maybe change some of our plans in order to maybe go and meet whoever is putting out there something good for us. For your challenge this week, you've got the Eight of Wands in reverse. So the Eight of Wands in reverse can indicate a slowdown, or possibly going too slow, not being able to keep up, or maybe holding on to things that we should be maybe making some adjustments to our priorities with, that are slowing us up. A lot of the times the Eight of Wands reverse, this can be stuff that we're choosing to do unconsciously, or this could be stuff that we are getting wrapped up in with regards to other people, old plans, old routines, old agendas. Sometimes the Eight of Wands reverse can indicate a need for us to turn or adjust maybe from a course that we have set for ourselves for something superior. It can be a headache in the beginning and a big win once we get through the thick of it. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Two of Wands upright. The Two of Wands is one of our really cool commitment cards, because it's all about getting something locked in or set in stone. And this could be something that is also going to be helping you in an area of your life outside of your romantic priorities, because the Two of Wands can indicate possibly a significant other, a love interest, or somebody new that is also helping to open another door for you, or open some kind of important road, while also strengthening the connection and helping to evolve a new story in terms of love and romantic affairs. But whatever's happening here with the Two of Wands, again, this is going to be something that we have to be ready to invest a little bit in. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, go on ahead to my website. It's Integrative Mysticism. Blessed be all of my Taurus people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting March 31st, 2025. And just a quick heads up, I've decided, it's a little bit early, but it's time for Appreciation April to be on. And for those of you who've been following me for a while, you know Appreciation April is that time of year where I make all readings with me 20% off for the whole month. And so if you've ever wanted to get a reading with me or a video report from me, this might be a time to give it a shot. Head on over to my website, integrativemysticism.com. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 2nd, we've got Venus retrograde conjunct the North Node in Pisces. And this is presenting a very unique combo of energies where we get a chance to abandon a future that we don't want, or abandon a future trajectory we don't want, by reversing something from the past, or taking something off the table that was once put up in the past. Now, for a lot of you, this is going to be revolving around something in your social life, something that may have come up between friends, a group, or maybe even a collaboration of some kind that maybe has put you in a bad way, or did at one point in time commit you to a trajectory or a future you don't want. We get a chance to undo it all as we go through this week. The 4th, 5th, and 6th, we've got Mars, Saturn, and Uranus all tripling up together. And that is because, well, Mars and Saturn are both sextile Uranus while in a trine together. And for you, this looks like some kind of surprise breakthrough that brings you down a brand new road because of the help of some kind of new development in a social circle, or through a friend, or some kind of third-party hookup. This is likely something that's going to be a bit of a disruption to your routine, Taurus, but at the same time, one that is also going to be quite rewarding. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with that tarot traffic. All right, Taurus, here's your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus here, you've got the Knight of Cups in reverse. Now, the Knight of Cups in reverse is a spiritual theme. It's coming with kind of a two-part message. For you, this can actually be a really good week, but you have to be careful about the stories, the entanglements, the attachments, and the emotions that can sometimes get imparted onto you, your space, or what you've got going on by other people. A lot of the times the Knight of Cups reversed, when I see this as sort of like a guidance card for people, it usually means keep to your own counsel, stay in your own lane, mind your own business, don't take on anybody's crap. Because the Knight of Cups reverse can indicate a week where if we get overly involved in other people's situations, other people's states of mind, it can actually throw off a good week. This is basically saying it's going to be a week where it's possible you could be getting very far ahead, but you've got to be careful to also be maybe driving solo a little bit, okay? Here we have an example of it for your Earth sector when it comes to your work, job, and finances. You've got the Knight of Swords reversed, another double message. Now, the Knight of Swords reversed is actually really good in terms of money, business, and professional progress. You're kind of going through this week getting a chance to really throw yourself out there in terms of getting into more competitive opportunities, becoming a rising, more visible star in the workplace, and also getting a chance to take on things that could be more challenging, but also at the same time win big points, both in a reputation sense and a financial sense. But the Knight of Swords reverse is warning about who you decide to share this with and who you decide to trust, because the Knight of Swords reversed can indicate a rather erratic personality, somebody that could be a hothead, somebody with a very short fuse, very temperamental, and somebody who doesn't know how to control their own impulses, or, you know, they might even pop off, they might make some reckless choices, or they may even be starting conflicts this week. So be careful again to stay with your own stuff and make sure that you're getting ahead without bringing anybody on board. No passengers in your car this week. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Three of Swords reversed. So a good reversed card, way better than when it's upright. Because the Three of Swords reversed is all about healing, as well as also reversing hurts that were once done in the past. Now, for some of you, this could be something coming up where you're getting a chance to heal a connection or a friendship or a relationship with somebody that maybe has been a bit strained or come under some kind of pressure or, you know, alienating in some way. Or it's possible a friend or somebody close or a contact is making some kind of gesture or effort that is going to heal or reverse a hurt or damage done in some other situation in your life from the past. Your challenge this week is the Eight of Swords upright. The Eight of Swords upright is all about stasis. It's all about self-imposed paralysis. The Eight of Swords can indicate a need to watch out to what you are allowing to stay attached to you or stay a part of package deals in your life that are always going to cause problems. But also at the same time, pay attention to things that you can escape, that you should cut yourself free from, that you refuse to cut yourself free from. Because with the Eight of Swords, if you look at the picture, you know, the dude could easily take his own blindfold off and cut himself free on those swords. He's staying there on purpose, suffering on purpose. And this week, you've got a challenge making sure that you don't. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Five of Swords, and it's upright. Now, this week, there could be a conflict or a fight coming up with a partner or a significant other, or possibly even with somebody new, where there could be an issue that comes up where we are trying to maybe over-relate, overshare, or infringe on each other's personal space. Sometimes the Five of Swords can show up where we need to be careful about where we are trying to merge, share, or again, kind of control or influence too much with each other. This could be something a partner is infringing or trying to do to you, or you might be doing it to them, or you might both be doing it and not know you're doing it. Whatever the case is with the Five of Swords, remember while conflicts are a part of life when it comes to relationships, right? It's not about avoiding conflict at all costs. It's about knowing how to have a conflict and not turn into an unstable mess. make sure that this is about solving the issue, not just about getting feelings out. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Gemini people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting March 31st, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you just got to go on ahead to my website, integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. As we are approaching April, I've decided to just bring out Appreciation April early. So for those of you who remember, April is that month where I make all of my readings 20% off. So happy Appreciation April. If you ever wanted to get a session with me or a video report with me, this might be the month. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 2nd, we've got Venus retrograde conjunct the North Node in Pisces. And for you, this is going to present a very strange but also good opportunity to abandon a future career or professional or financial trajectory by reversing something from the past. Now, this could be an old decision, an old commitment, or maybe even something that you set yourself up with or for as far as maybe a career road, a career ladder, or a career setup. But we get a chance to undo or reverse something that we or somebody else did in order to abandon a future we don't want. On the 4th, 5th, and 6th, we've got Mars, Saturn, and Uranus all tripling up together. Mars and Saturn are both going to be sextile Uranus, and Mars and Saturn are going to be trine each other. And this is bringing up some kind of surprise breakthrough opportunity that could be coming to you through a secret or some kind of private exchange or some kind of shortcut to open up a brand new road to something that could also be a high benefit to your social life and to your financial life at the same time. Just keep in mind this is likely going to rock the boat when it comes to your status quo, but for those of you who are interested in checking it out, be ready. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see just what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Gemini, it's time for your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme or your big focus for this week, you've got the Ace of Cups upright, which is all about brand new beginnings that also come with important gifts, important favors, and of course, the deepening and the evolution of some important relationships. The Ace of Cups is all about love getting to work and love substantiating good work. And for a lot of you, this could be a very important week for a lot of very important relationships and connections in your life, but also at the same time, with the Ace of Cups, some kind of new start or new road opening up for you because of the evolution of a relationship that is going to be going through a big boost. It could be multiple different connections, but it also is likely something with the Ace of Cups where you are also getting a chance to build stronger connections that are going to, again, open new doors. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work, job, and finances, you've got the Lover's card upright. And the Lover's card is all about a match made in heaven. And with the Lovers, this can indicate some kind of important union of forces, an important collaboration, connection, or maybe even agreement where you and another party are coming together to join up and make some kind of important professional or financial or career decision that is going to yield or profit all parties better than if they were going at it alone. The Lover's card upright can also indicate some kind of winning connection, winning contract, or winning idea that is going to be joining you up with maybe another ally or maybe even some kind of important, again, pairing that is going to be crucial for some kind of maybe financial or quality of life success as we go further on into the year and this grows. So be ready to, help yourself to keep doors open for important connections to go through this evolution. This could be an evolution of something that is already there, or maybe something that is going to be developing because of some kind of shift in a work or financial situation or environment. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Six of Cups upright. And the Six of Cups is all about some kind of reunion, return to the past, or even a restoration. And for a lot of you, there could be something going on where you're getting a chance to reconnect with somebody that maybe you did know once upon a time, maybe an old friend, or reconnect with some kind of important contact from your past, or even have somebody that, whether they or not they're a part of your past or your history as you know it, restore something that is going to be helping to put something back in your life that maybe you have been living or doing without. The Six of Cups is a card of sweet nostalgia, but also at the same time a chance to get things that maybe we have been missing or lost to time restored. For your challenge this week, you've got the Three of Cups upright. You don't really have a challenge. The Three of Cups upright is a card of fun. It's a card of celebration with friends. It's a card of enjoyment, play. There really isn't a big overarching challenge for you this week, which is brilliant. If anything, the Three of Cups can sometimes show up as a challenge where we need to be ready to make room and time for the right people. Sometimes, we find ourselves in a situation where work, or maybe just like the wrong people in general, tend to try to bogart our time, bogart our space, and then we never really get a chance to actually be or share in the energy of who and what we want. And this week, that's the only real challenge that I guess you could get from this card. Otherwise, it's a freebie. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Chariot reversed. And the Chariot reversed is indicating this week there could be something coming up where you and a partner or a significant other are maybe dealing with a situation where we're not really getting a chance to spend as much time with each other as we'd like because obligations or different paths or even just kind of different work stories or whatever are kind of pulling us in different directions. This can also indicate possibly paths diverging a little bit, and things are going to be very hectic. So if we are looking to make the time, well, we've got to make sure that we're making a concerted effort. Sometimes this card shows up and just kind of says like, look, paths are diverging right here. It's something that just happens, right? We all get pulled in different directions. And this is a time where we just need to be ready to kind of be, okay, this week is really kind of more about me. And for those of you who are single or are available to new people, it's very likely that you'll be getting a chance to stay connected or even, try to work on building something new or new-ish, but at the same time, being able to kind of come together in person, probably not something that's going to be on the table in a big way this week. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Cancerian people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic forecasts for the week starting March 31st, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, it is now time for Appreciation April. And so starting now, I've decided to make all of my readings, or all readings with me, including video reports, 20% off for the month of April. Those of you who may remember, I used to do that every year in the past. Well, we're bringing it on back. So if you've ever wanted to get a session with me, head on over to my website, integrativemysticism.com. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 2nd, we've got Venus retrograde conjunct the North Node in Pisces, which is a very interesting combination of energies that is allowing us to, each and all in our own way, abandon a future or a trajectory, a commitment or a plan we don't want by reversing something from the past. Now, for a lot of you, this is going to be coming up around something that has to do with a big contract, a big agreement, or maybe even some kind of rule, commitment, or shared experience that could be going on with a group of people, or something that a lot of people are under with regards to a big umbrella or agreement, so to speak. But you're getting a chance to wiggle out of this and possibly set yourself up for a brighter future and abandon a trajectory you don't want anyway. On the 4th, 5th, and 6th, we've got Mars, Saturn, and Uranus all tripling up together. Mars and Saturn are both sextile Uranus and trine one another. And for a lot of you, this is going to be a time where you're getting a chance to score some surprise breakthrough opportunities with something that could be coming up around a friendship, or possibly something that could be opening up a world for you to launch some kind of personal ambition, project, or wish into motion. This could be something that you have been doing alone, or something that you've always wanted to do but never really shared with others, getting a chance to be really lifted up. Just keep in mind, it's a brand new road. It's going to need some brand new space. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. Cancer, time for your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the Star card upright. And the Star card is all about some kind of new start that's going to be bringing in good fortune in stages throughout the course of this week, and also carrying on into the following weeks. A lot of the times the Star card can indicate some kind of change in life direction, or something that is maneuvering many corners of our life down new roads at the same time to brighter futures and brighter horizons. But this week is really just kind of the start of that story. Pay attention to where a lot of developments may be asking you to be ready to kind of, well, make a few turns or change maybe some itineraries or routes that you have set for yourself for this week or April in general, to some pleasant surprises that could be, again, bringing good fortune in stages as we go through the rest of the month. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work, job, and finances, you've got the High Priestess reversed. And the High Priestess reversed is indicating a bit of a watch out message. There could be something going on where somebody may be attempting to guide or mislead or coordinate something that could be going towards a bad end or be motivated by a bad aim. A lot of the times with the High Priestess reversed, we see somebody that we really want to get a second opinion on when it comes to their advice or their guidance or anything that they're putting out there. This could also be something that we discover has been going on behind the scenes. A lot of the times the High Priestess reversed is somebody that's kind of the only reason they're there or have maybe the space or the authority or the position that they do is because they're good at networking, but underneath it all, they're kind of shit. And there could be something going on where even you might discover something like that, again, like I said, that's been operating behind the scenes from the past. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Three of Wands reversed. Now, the Three of Wands reversed, as it's kind of a mixed message card. It's a bittersweet card because the Three of Wands reversed can indicate a challenge where there could be something that runs the risk of being missed out on, or you might be finding out about something that you run the risk of missing out on. The Three of Wands reversed can, however, on the sweet side, indicate possibly notification of some kind of last chance to do something, or something that was flying under your radar that you don't want to miss. It could be a bit disruptive to maybe some things you've already committed yourself to this week, but it's worth keeping an eye on. For your challenge this week, you've got the Judgment card upright. And the Judgment card is actually all about some kind of test, some kind of personal challenge or evaluation or demonstration of skills that you're going to need to be ready to be on the ball with, because the Judgment card is also about preparation for some kind of big graduation, uplift, maybe even a level up somewhere in your life. Sometimes this card can show up where there is a big moment, a big conversation, a big event where we're not going to be able to, call upon all kinds of, guidance or help or support that we normally do, right? We all go through these things, right? Because we have to prove our merit every once in a while. But for those of you who take this seriously and do it right, that also means a level up or a graduation moment for you as well. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Six of Swords reversed. And the Six of Swords is all about turning one's boat around. Now, this can be a card where there might be something coming up where you and a significant other or a love interest decide to change a plan that we've maybe set for ourselves in favor of a different road or a different approach. Or we may even be taking the relationship a little bit back in time to bring back something, some kind of era or some kind of maybe experience or activity that we'd like to, integrate and play with in the now. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, it's possible some of you may be reconnecting with somebody from the past or somebody who is reminiscent of somebody from your past. And so it could be kind of a time warp experience for some of you as well. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can always go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Leo people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic forecasts for the week starting April 2nd, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website, integrativemysticism.com, or follow the links in the down bar below. And starting now, it's Appreciation April, even a couple of days early. And for those of you who remember from the past, that is when all readings on my page, whether they're live or video reports, are 20% off for the month of April. And that's just something that I used to do all the time that I thought I'd bring back for y'all. So enjoy Appreciation April. If you ever want to get a reading with me, now's a good time. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 2nd, we've got Venus retrograde conjunct the North Node in Pisces. And this is going to be a time where a lot of you are getting a chance to abandon a future plan or future trajectory you don't want by reversing something from the past. And this could likely be something that is an enormous boon to you, especially when it comes to a financial matter or something that could be involving some kind of debt or investment or money sink or money block that you have been dealing with or coping with for however long. Whatever the case is, though, reversing a past decision, whatever was done by another person or by you, it's going to be setting you up for an opportunity to abandon, again, a future trajectory you don't want to be on. The 4th, 5th, and 6th, we've got Mars, Saturn, and Uranus all tripling up. Excuse me. And this is because we've got Mars and Saturn both sextile Uranus while trine one another. And there is likely going to be some kind of surprise breakthrough that takes you down a brand new road, if you will let it, around some kind of career surprise or maybe even opportunity for some kind of shortcut or hidden path to a career or financial lift up. But it is going to be something that does, require you to maybe look at the lay of the land as you've laid it, because things are going to need to change up for it. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Leo, time for your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus this week, you've got the Four of Cups upright. And this week is going to be a week where you really need to pay attention to where you might be missing out on some things you're not seeing for what they are. A lot of the times the Four of Cups, we get kind of a warning card about the past kind of repeating or a routine just kind of staying the same way it is, boredom, a lack of new energy. And with the Four of Cups, for those people who are looking outside of the box, this can be a really, really good week. Sometimes we have to see what we are not seeing clearly when it comes to maybe introductions to new people, opportunities for new roads to be opened up, or where we might be judging books by their covers. And no, you should never judge a book by its cover. Sometimes this card can also show up where things that are really good for us are not going to be going out of their way to idiot-proof the way that they are trying to get our attention. So we're going to have to be very smart, and I'm saying this to myself as a Leo moon, about investigating things and not judging things based on surface impressions. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work, job, and finances, you've got the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Now, the Ten of Pentacles reversed is actually still a really good card, but there is a heads up that's going to be coming your way about some kind of transition or ending that is slated for down the road. Now, this could be something going on at work, this could be something going around a project or a household matter. But the Ten of Pentacles reversed is basically saying a countdown is kind of beginning. Probably not a thing that's actually going to get underway this week or next week or even this month. But what is interesting about the Ten of Pentacles reversed is that we often start to see an influx of extra money, what we could consider to be sort of bonus money that does help us to ease that transition. With the Ten of Pentacles reversed, this is going to be a good week, and you might notice some extra cash, extra hours, and all extra goodies like that. But you need to be smart about not spending it all in one place and saving it up. Think grasshopper and ant. You want to be the ant. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Temperance card reversed. And there might be something coming up with a friend or a contact where it looks like it's finally getting addressed that maybe we are not the most compatible friends or the most compatible relatives or the most compatible company for each other. Because sometimes the Temperance card reverse can show up where whether people were paying attention or not, incompatible things were trying to force themselves into the same space. Now, this can be kind of a wake-up call. You know, you might find that maybe this is a friend or a relative that just wasn't reading the room and now they're suddenly getting it. Or you might have a wake-up call yourself. But with the Temperance card reversed, it's a situation where space is needed when this comes up. Do not want to try to just kind of, okay, what do we do to try to heal it? No, space. For your challenge this week, you've got the Nine of Wands in reverse. And the Nine of Wands in reverse is, as a challenge, can indicate being too open, being too vulnerable, unprepared, or maybe even unprotected. Doors that are swinging open that shouldn't be swinging open. So this week you've got to be careful about your boundaries, but also at the same time, make sure that you are being a lot more discerning, a lot more careful, and a lot more smart where you have your open door policies or where you're welcoming in people and interactions where you should not. Sometimes the Nine of Wands reverse can show up where we need to be careful. We might be leaving ourselves vulnerable in situations where we don't need to at all. Don't take any unnecessary risks and don't be open to problems. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Hangman in reverse. And the Hangman in reverse is all about something that was once maybe put on a shelf, maybe put up or frozen or paused, now getting back into action. And this card, for those of you who are, coupled, could find that maybe something's going on between you and a significant other, or something that you guys did have to shelve or table once upon a time, you get a chance to finally do again, or maybe actually start playing with once again. And for those of you who are single or are available to new people, it could be maybe once upon a time, something that almost but did not, for whatever reason, may have a chance to be, figured out. Or if it's not an almost but did not, it could still be somebody that maybe was once a wallflower and going under your radar can now be seen. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Virgo people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting March 31st, 2025. And heads up, I've decided, yes, even a few days early, to bring out Appreciation April. And for those of you who've been watching me for a while, you'll remember back in the day where I would put all readings that I offer, both live and video reports, on 20% off for the month of April. And so if you're interested in getting a session with me, well, you might want to hit me up during April, and it starts now, even as I record this in March. Just head on over to my website, integrativemysticism.com. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 2nd, we've got Venus retrograde conjunct the North Node in Pisces. And so this is going to give us all an opportunity to abandon a future or a trajectory that we don't want or that we don't want to stay on by reversing something from the past. And for you, this is coming up in an area revolving around a close one-on-one connection, joint venture, or close personal relationship. So this could be a partnership matter of a romantic nature, a business partnership, or even something relating to a close friendship, or something even from the past that could still be affecting how you've ended up in the present and going forward. Whatever the case is, though, reversing the past so that you can abandon a future you don't want is a pretty good thing. The 4th, 5th, and 6th, we've got Mars, Uranus, and Saturn all tripling up together. And Mars and Saturn are both sextile Uranus and trine one another. And there is likely going to be some kind of surprise breakthrough that is going to be opening up a new road for you in your social life and in your personal life at the same time. This could involve a lot of interesting business, especially when it comes to maybe navigating a change of schedule or a change of availability looking at the foreseeable future. But this could also be opening up a new horizon for you in your personal life and in your social life. This could be something that even takes you out of a bubble that you've been in for long enough. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. Virgo, here's your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus for this week, you've got the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. And so this week is going to be a week where you're called upon to start really paying attention to where you need to do some serious pruning when it comes to maybe situations where you have been giving away too much to other people, whether it's giving away money, giving away resources, time, personal energy. And sometimes with the 6 of Pentacles reversed as a spiritual theme, you're going to be getting opportunities, perfect moments to be, well, closing doors or cutting people off, shutting things down or turning things away, and doing some overdue rejections that maybe, in other cases, it just was not the right time. And this is an important week to know when to do that, because sometimes with the 6 of Pentacles reversed, we're getting a chance to also save our own bacon. Every once in a while, we have to be ready to say no to people. We have to say no more to people. We have to kind of make it very clear that they might be bad for you, bad for time, bad for business, bad for whatever. And this is a week where, again, you're getting a chance to do some important shutting down of, whatever it is that needs to go. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work, job, and finances, you've got the Wheel of Fortune reversed. The Wheel of Fortune reversed is a card that says, watch out this week. It might be time to start buckling down on things that you have been a bit lackadaisical with, a bit hands-off with, whether it comes to assignments, maybe it has to do with paperwork, maybe it has to do with deadlines, because the Wheel of Fortune reverse can indicate situations that are coming up that are going to be maybe creating problems with you being able to stay on task or stay on time with whatever timelines you have. The Wheel of Fortune reverse is saying as well, be careful not to do anything super speculative or crazy or take unnecessary risks. This is just not the week. However, it does look like it's possible for some of you to inherit some things that maybe other people weren't taking very good care of. But you have to be smart about what you accept in the first place. With the Wheel of Fortune reversed, it's not a week to take chances. It's a time to buckle down. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the King of Cups upright. And the King of Cups is all about a solid contact, a friend that is actually going to be working really hard to get more involved in something that you've got going on where they have the power or the resources in a very generous, very magnanimous way to help really raise you up. Now, this could be something going on in your social life, your personal life, maybe even your professional life. But with the King of Cups, we want to be welcoming that help. We want to be welcoming that connection because the lift up that we get from the King of Cups is, again, it's gratuitous generosity, it's kindness, it's love, it's true affection. And when we have this card show up, this is a true blue friend. This is a true blue support system, and I feel like this week there could be somebody trying to move a mountain for you. For your challenge this week, you've got the Justice card upright. The Justice card upright is all about maintaining a platform of honesty. And this week you might be put in situations where you have to start communicating more effectively what is the full-blown truth in situations where maybe you have been not necessarily telling the whole truth, Virgo. And sometimes we don't tell the whole truth when we're being diplomatic, when we are trying to keep a situation under control, when we are trying to navigate maybe a delicate professional or family situation. But with the Justice card, it's important to this week maintain a platform of honesty, but also be responsible with knowing how to communicate honestly and effectively as well. Because there could be something coming up where you do have to tell the whole truth, even though it might feel like, I don't know if I can because of how the other in the situation might respond. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, we've got the Emperor card reversed. And the Emperor card reversed can indicate some problems coming up around an extremely domineering, controlling, or maybe even tyrannical personality. Now, this could be something coming up that you and a partner have to be ready to take on together, or you and a significant other have to take on together. This could be maybe, a really difficult boss, a really difficult relative or associate, kind of creating problems for you or your partner, and it's interfering in your relationship. It might even be a situation where it's possible maybe your relationship is having something that it's trying to be or do on hold because of a difficult person, again, kind of controlling or imposing on the space or situation. With the Emperor reversed, we can usually see one of two types of personalities, either somebody that is extremely domineering and controlling and, wants to be the boss of everything, a micromanager, or we see the other side, somebody who wants to be the boss and have everything their way, but they're also kind of like the broken baby brat, artificially empowered by a sense of self-worth they don't deserve. Either way, beat the crap out of them. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, something like this could be interfering with a new love prospect as well. And so we're going to have to be navigating this week. Bit tricky, bit difficult, but again, I hope it's not around forever. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all my Libra people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting March 31st, 2025. And just a quick heads up, a few days early, but I'm starting it now. Appreciation April is on. And for those of you who remember me from back in the day, having all of my readings, both live and video reports, 20% off for April. That is what this one is all about as well. I'm bringing it back for y'all. So if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, now might be a time to try. And you can do so at my website, integrativemysticism.com. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 2nd, we've got Venus retrograde conjunct the North Node in Pisces. And this is presenting a very powerful opportunity to abandon a future or present situation or abandon a future trajectory by reversing something in the past. And for you, this is coming up in a work situation, a team or schedule situation, or something where maybe your work life, your professional life, or a community situation has proven to be very problematic for you or stuck you into a space or onto a road you don't really want to stay on. Reversing a past decision or maybe even reversing a past setup is likely going to switch you onto something higher and brighter if you are willing to abandon a future or a trajectory you don't want anyway. The 4th, 5th, and 6th, you've got Mars, Saturn, and Uranus all tripling up together. And this is because Mars and Saturn are both sextile to Uranus while trine one another. And this is all about surprise breakthroughs taking you down some kind of brand new road around a career or financial matter that could be putting some bonus money in your pocket or helping you to raise up your professional, career, or financial status rather quickly if you're willing to take a brand new road. This could be a bit disruptive to other plans and things that you've got going on around you, thanks to Uranus, but it is something that will also have some good payoffs. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with the tarot and the traffic. All right, Libra, time for your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the King of Swords upright. And the King of Swords is all about problem solving, solutions, as well as expert assistance in your affairs. And this is a week where you might be finding that a lot of really good interference is getting put on the table for you to accept, if you will accept it. A lot of the times with the King of Swords, we might be finding ourselves in situations where if we just put out there what we are looking to accomplish, or we just put out there what we need, the answers will come from helpful people. A lot of the times this card will show up for people I'm reading for where they do need to see where other people are supposed to be helping them, not just them doing it all by themselves or them just doing it all by themselves with a tarot reader. And a lot of the times the King of Swords, this can indicate a big break or maybe even a lot of doors that you can't open being opened up for you if you'll accept that help. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work, job, and finances, you've got the World card reversed. And the World card reversed is actually a really good card because it's a card of either a do-over or possibly an undo opportunity. Either way, we all want to do those every once in a while. The World card reverse could indicate this week a lot of you are getting a chance to do something over again or try something over again around a professional or financial desire or circumstance to have a better outcome just under different conditions. Or if there is something that you wish you could undo or unmake from the past as far as maybe an old financial or professional decision, this is also a good week for that too. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Four of Swords reversed. And the Four of Swords reversed is actually a fun card, but one that can be a little bit hectic and crazy, because the Four of Swords reversed is all about some kind of fast, overnight development or something that is coming on quickly that we all have to kind of like be ready to turn on a dime for. Now, this could be some really good news that we find out from a friend or maybe some kind of change in a plan this week, but it could upset your schedule a little bit or throw off a few other things you were looking to juggle into your agenda for this week. But with the Four of Swords reversed, it could be something that is also waking something up that is due to wake up. For your challenge this week, you've got the Page of Wands reversed. This week, be careful about flakiness, scatterbrained behavior, a lack of attention span, or an issue where possibly a bit of a topsy-turvy kind of world might be throwing off something that you have your hands on or that you're looking to maybe accomplish or complete. Sometimes this card can show up where people are flaking out of things with us, or we need to keep an eye on ourselves and take responsibility where we might be flaking when we should not. Saying this to myself as a Libra rising, I'm coming for you, but I'm talking about me too. And with the Page of Wands reversed, we do need to be okay with making sure that, well, if there is something that's getting a little bit out of hand or a little disorganized, it's getting brought under control. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Seven of Swords in reverse. Now, the Seven of Swords in reverse is indicating some kind of interesting unveiling or unexpected good news, or maybe even something getting revealed that was once hidden from us in the past. Now, for a lot of you, this could be something that you and a significant other are discovering together, or possibly something that has been a secret that was kept from you guys, or something that was under wraps that needs to be unveiled. Could be opening up some kind of new development, or possibly even restoring something that was once blocked or stolen or maligned in the past. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, this could indicate the uncovering of an opportunity hiding in plain sight for love. Now, this could be something going on with maybe finding out about a potential through a friend or a coworker or a neighbor, or we might even be finding about somebody who once held a torch in the past. Whatever the case is, a secret's getting unburdened. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. And if you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Scorpio people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts, your weather and traffic reports for the week of March 31st, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website, integrativemysticism.com. And for those of you who remember back in the day, I used to have my Appreciation April, 20% off all readings, both live readings and video reports. Well, that is back on for this April. And I'm starting it even a couple of days early, even though I'm recording this in March. So head on over to my website if you want to, get a session with me at a discount. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 2nd, we've got Venus retrograde conjunct the North Node in Pisces. And this is spelling a very interesting opportunity for you to do some abandoning of a future or a future trajectory you don't want by reversing something from the past. Now, for a lot of you, this could actually be an enormous win, especially when it comes to a matter of your personal life, your romantic life, or maybe even something that you have going on with a relationship with one of your kids that has maybe kept you guys on a track or maybe kept you personally in a pattern you don't want to be in. This could also indicate reversing past issues from old relationships and abandoning a future trajectory that maybe those set you on or something that you've had to hold since then. This is a beautiful transit because this can also create a brighter romantic life future for all of you, regardless of your romantic status. But again, reversing the past might mean undoing or releasing something that you once had a part in the past as well. On the 4th, 5th, and 6th, we've got Mars, Saturn, and Uranus all tripling up together. And this for you is going to be something that is really, really bright. Mars and Saturn are both sextile to Uranus, and Uranus is, of course, linking up, and Saturn and Mars are trine together. And so what we have is this surprise breakthrough taking us down brand new roads in love, in your love life. In particular, there could be something going on where a new story or maybe even a new relationship trajectory, a new relationship destination is starting to form because of some surprise breakthroughs. However, it is likely something that is going to require the rest of your chart or the rest of your world to be able to adjust for. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Scorpio, time for your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus this week, you've got the Knight of Wands reversed. And so whenever we get a reversed knight here, we have to remember that this comes with a dual message. So on the good side of things, the Knight of Wands reversed can indicate that there is something going on this week where you may be noticing a big kick up in terms of activity, both in business and in your personal life. And this could actually be a very energized, but very also potentially chaotic and hectic week for you. This can be one that is incredibly gainful, but on the negative side with the Knight of Wands reversed, you just want to be careful about who you are also bringing along for the ride. Because sometimes the Knight of Wands reversed can show up where people that are flaky, inconsiderate, or maybe even have a tendency to jump the gun, they don't think things through, could also be spoil sports or problem starters this week as well. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work, job, and finances, you've got the Seven of Pentacles reversed. And so this is an example of a good reversed card, right? We never want to just have a trigger reaction to seeing a reversed card. That's usually a sign that you're not mentally fit for tarot. The Seven of Pentacles reversed is all about getting a chance to have something get dropped that has been a burden, a waste, or something that has been maybe draining you financially, something that has been creating a blockage for you in your professional space, or something that has been maybe distracting you or claiming your time, claiming your energy, claiming what could be maybe given to better opportunities or even better people in terms of business, commitments, and money in general. With the Seven of Pentacles reversed, it's definitely a load off your back. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Ten of Wands reversed, another card of unburdening and release and relief. Now, the Ten of Wands reversed is indicating there could be something coming up from a friend or through a contact where some kind of solution or relief is being given to you because of something that either they are coming up with or something that they are doing for you. This could be taking a problem off of your list, or this could be actually helping you to unburden or take something off your back that has been prohibiting you from being able to maybe enjoy more of a social life or more of your time with friends, family, and partners, or something, or even relieve you of something that you didn't want to have to do in the future. And your challenge this week is another example of a good reversed card. And so you've got the Four of Wands reversed. So the Four of Wands reversed is the card of new construction. This is all about new beginnings as well as new milestones and things getting prepared for a new stable normal. Now, with the Four of Wands reversed as a challenge, this is going to be a week where you have to be okay with replacing the old with the new. The Four of Wands reversed is all about building up to some kind of new security, new celebration, or new cause for celebration. But when it comes up as a challenge, what we can often see is we're working too much with old plans or the old way, old people, old bad connections and contacts, and we need to be okay with rejecting and replacing them with what is building up a better new. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Ace of Swords in reverse. And the Ace of Swords in reverse, okay, now we got a not so great reverse card. With the Ace of Swords reversed, this is going to be a week where there could be something going on where you and a partner are catching some kind of error or mistake or bad judgment call, whether this is something that was about to happen or something that we may have done in the past. A lot of the times the Ace of Swords reversed, we see misapplied power, misapplied information, misapplied resources. And so this could be something that you're actually stopping a partner from doing this week, or they're stopping you from doing this week, or something that we do catch from the past in order to, well, solve the issue. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, the Ace of Swords reversed is saying be careful this week about misinterpreted communications. Sometimes we think something's being said or something is being, put out there that is not. And sometimes this card can show up where it's sort of like we just don't have everything we need or something about the room is not being read accurately to make a judgment. And we want to make sure that we don't prematurely make any judgments, or else there could be some conflicts or some issues that don't need to happen. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Sagittarius people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting March 31st, 2025. Your weather and traffic reports. And just a quick heads up for all y'all out there, I've got my Appreciation April back on the menu for those of you who remember back in the day where I would do 20% off all readings with me, both live and video reports. And so starting now, even a couple of days before April, it's on. And so if you ever want to get a session with me, head on over to my website, integrativemysticism.com. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 2nd, we've got Venus retrograde conjunct the North Node in Pisces, which is presenting an interesting opportunity to abandon the future we don't want or a future trajectory we don't want to be on anymore by reversing something from the past. And this could be something going on that is helping you to create a brighter future for a living situation, home economic situation, or maybe even something regarding a family concern. But for a lot of you, this is going to require also undoing something from the past that maybe has been allowed to carry on into the present, whether it's something that you were involved in or possibly something that was maybe imparted onto the space or onto the family from other family members and so on. On the 4th, 5th, and 6th, we've got Mars, Saturn, and Uranus all tripling up together, and there could be some surprise breakthroughs taking you down some brand new roads as it relates to work, and possibly the chance for some kind of bonus capital to come your way or even get committed to you on a regular basis. However, this is something that is going to require you to be ready to make another adjustment in order to accommodate this change, but it will be something, while disruptive in the beginning, that will pay out. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Sagittarius, time for your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the Nine of Swords upright. This week is going to put you in kind of an interesting series of situations where you're going to need to be ready to face some personal fears, some personal insecurities in order to pass some pretty big tests. A lot of the times with the Nine of Swords upright, we can often find ourselves in situations where our mettle is being tested so that we can overcome things that we actually have been maybe enshrining that are really holding us back. Whether this comes to tests, insecurities about things like public speaking, it could be like that. It could be difficult conversations. It could be things where we need to be able to bring our own self to the table that maybe we've not really been bringing to the table, but maybe our personal representative, so to speak. Whatever the case is with the Nine of Swords, just remember the tests you go through this week could lead to some big wins for those of you who do show up for them. But be ready, again, it's going to challenge some personal issues that maybe we're not quite past. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work, job, and finances, you've got the Moon card reversed. The Moon card reversed is all about some kind of mystery, riddle, or secret being solved, or something getting cleared up, or some kind of veil dropping. Now, this can actually be a really advantageous card because this can indicate some kind of development in a financial or professional matter where maybe something that we didn't see properly is getting cleared up for us in a way that's going to give us a huge advantage somewhere. Or it's possible with the Moon card reversed, something that has been maybe kept a secret or kept under wraps is now coming out and being made public so that there is now a chance to kind of evolve or push a situation that has become kind of stuck in a rut or something that has been kind of stuck in a status quo that's maybe old forward. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Three of Pentacles and it's upright. And so this is going to be a week where you might be finding that a lot of friends, a lot of allies are starting to really gather around you. The Three of Pentacles is all about a boost to not only your social clout, but also even a chance for a boost in your personal prosperity. This could be something going on where a lot of you are getting a chance to get down to business on some kind of project or some kind of initiative, whether it's on the job or off the job, that is also going to be changing your material and practical quality of life at home. The Three of Pentacles is indicating this boost could be something that actually surpasses expectations, but you want to be ready to show up for it. For your challenge this week, you've got the Ten of Cups in reverse. Now, the Ten of Cups in reverse is all about fakery. We have to watch out and make sure that we don't trust glitter to be gold this week. And sometimes, that can be a bit of a challenge, especially nowadays where people are they want people to think that's a virtue. The Ten of Cups reverse can often show up where people in situations that are pretending to be one way on the outside are definitely trying to conceal the truth about what's really there, what's really going on, what it's really all about on the inside. You might be finding out news about this, or you might be at risk of getting taken in by people that are holding up an image that are not really true to who they are. Whatever the case is, don't get taken in. That's right, you stay down there. No, I'm kidding. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Five of Wands upright. And the Five of Wands upright indicates that this week there could be some competing agendas, competing needs, competing ideals coming up in relationship matters. And it's possible that you and a significant other might be finding yourself in a space where we can't really see eye to eye on where to invest ourselves or put ourselves this week. The Five of Wands is a card that challenges us to be able to, go through this, to compete sportingly, and also kind of, maybe know where we have to rearrange the way we've set up our course, our life, or our social experience, or the world around us a little bit better, because a lot of clashes could come from just clashes of time and priority. For those of you who are single or available to new people, you might have multiple relationship opportunities coming your way, maybe beating them off with a stick. But with the Five of Wands, we want to be smart about how we distribute our time as well, because it doesn't have to be a romantic comedy where, we just can't seem to choose and we just can't seem to find the time. With the Five of Wands, make sure that there's not a whole lot of pressure on love this week. There shouldn't be pressure anyway. Just see what options you have. So that is what I've got for you all, and I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Capricorn people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on with your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting March 31st, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you just need to head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. I've decided to bring back Appreciation April. Remember when I used to do that back in the day? I'm even starting it a couple of days early, 20% off all readings with me for the month of April. And so if you've ever been interested in getting a session with me, now might be a good time to give me a try. And so with all of that said, let's talk about what's going on with your astrology weather. Well, on the 2nd, we've got Venus retrograde conjunct the North Node in Pisces. And so this is all about an opportunity for you to abandon a future trajectory that you've been stuck on by reversing something from the past. Now for you, this is likely about maybe undoing, unmaking, rewriting, or making a different decision that actually overwrites a past choice, commitment, or contract from the past. Doing something maybe that you wish you did all along, or maybe just altering something that changes your part in an old arrangement that is still bound you to a certain place in the present and for the future. Abandoning a future you don't want, again, by reversing the past. On the 4th, 5th, and 6th, we've got Mars, Saturn, and Uranus all tripling up together. Mars and Saturn are both sextile to Uranus, and Mars and Saturn are trine one another. And this is spelling a beautiful development, or maybe even a surprise breakthrough in a romantic situation or a partnership situation, be it romantic or maybe a business situation, that is about to take you down some really cool brand new roads, especially when it comes to some kind of lucrative collaboration, or maybe even a more pleasant road to go down as far as a trajectory we'd like to take with the material quality of life as it overlaps with our personal life. Whatever the case is, though, you're going to want to be mindful. This is likely something that is going to require you to rearrange the way, certain things are set up to run in a more automatic way in your world, because Uranus can do that sometimes, but it is going to be pretty sweet for those who do. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. Capricorn, time for your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme or your big focus, you've got the Queen of Wands reversed, which is presenting a bit of a dual message for this week, which is often the case with court cards in tarot. Now, the Queen of Wands reverse is indicating this week you've got kind of an interesting message where there is kind of a call for you to pay attention to where you might need to start being a little bit more selfish or a little bit more self-interested when it comes to how you are handling other people. Because this week could be full of situations where you might realize that other inputs, other influences, or again, other people may have been taking over control of situations, narratives, projects, pursuits, and roads that are maybe working with either bad aims or with bad parts. And with the Queen of Wands reverse this week, you're going to need to be ready to kind of commandeer and take control back in situations where maybe you've not been selfish enough. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work, job, and finances, you've got the Two of Cups reversed. And the Two of Cups reversed is a card of a conflict of interest. So here's an opportunity to get a bit more selfish. Because the Two of Cups reverse can indicate a situation where possibly a joint interest, a joint investment, or something that you may be sharing in terms of space, a project, credit, or something else with other people is running the risk of hitting a bit of a clash. This might be something developing this week or something that's been developing for a while. Sometimes the Two of Cups reverse can call upon us to maybe be a bit more careful about what we share with other people, but also at the same time, maybe see what we can do more alone and with ourselves and by ourselves. You know, be careful about what you welcome, collaborate, or share with this week. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Hermit reversed. And so there could be some really good news coming your way from somebody kind of popping up out of the woodwork, right? Not all reverse cards are bad. We don't want to look at a reverse card and be like, oh my God, it's reversed. Like a lot of really crappy tarot trender types, you know what I'm talking about, have really kind of put a lot of misinformation out there. The Hermit reversed is all about a reconnect or an opportunity to connect with somebody that we've been out of touch with, somebody that's considered a big piece on our personal chessboard, somebody that could really be doing us a good solid, or somebody that we might be getting a chance to get closer with that could also be very helpful in a situation that we've been maybe trying to handle the wrong way, or a situation that maybe we have been taking the wrong approach to or operating at a bit of a deficit of tools, resources, or help with. Whatever the case is, with the Hermit reversed, we've got a good reconnect and help on the way. For your challenge this week, you've got the Strength card reversed. This week, you've got to be careful not to let things go into extremes. A lot of the times with the Strength card reversed, we can see issues come up where fights, struggles, conflicts could be roused, as it were, because with sometimes the Strength card reversed can indicate people losing control of their tempers, how they emotionally react to things, and just kind of letting it all hang out. If a situation like that does come up, it is okay to reject the conversation. It is okay to reject the person. It is okay to reject the situation until it calms down. Don't get sucked into any kind of big whirlwinds or wildfires this week, because you don't want to be drugged down with a living bomb, so to speak, as far as, you know, any kind of issues around people or difficult temperaments are concerned. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, we've got the Nine of Pentacles reversed. And the Nine of Pentacles reversed is saying this week, for the most part, is actually going to be really good. Even when reversed, this card can indicate some kind of important win, some kind of big level up, or maybe even some kind of raise up in terms of something that you and a partner have been looking to polish, or something that you have been looking to maybe invest in or upgrade in some way. But this can also indicate an issue where a package deal problem needs to be dealt with. Something that could be going on with maybe a shared arrangement or a package deal around a plan, something that we've had to include in a consideration that needs to be not a part of the equation. For those of you who are single, this could also indicate a situation this week where a package deal situation around a potential new person is going to need to be sorted out because it can't necessarily be something that is a part of the equation either. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Aquarius people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting March 31st, 2025. And just a quick heads up, I've decided to bring back Appreciation April a few days early. For those of you who maybe remember back in the day, I used to have my Appreciation April where all throughout the month of April, 20% off all readings with me, be they live appointments or video reports. And I've decided to also start it here a couple of days early. So if you've ever wanted to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website, integrativemysticism.com. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 2nd, we've got Venus retrograde conjunct the North Node in Pisces, which is giving us all an opportunity to abandon some future trajectory or road we've been on that we don't want by reversing something from the past. And for a lot of you, this is likely going to show up in some kind of professional or financial situation where maybe something that you once agreed to or took on or had maybe imposed upon you is now getting a chance to be lifted off. This could be something that does change a future road to something a lot brighter, but you are going to have to be ready to reverse the past to abandon a future you don't want. On the 4th, 5th, and 6th, you have the Mars, Saturn, and Uranus triple up. Well, we all do. And this is going to be a gorgeous period because Mars and Saturn are in a wonderful pair of sextiles to Uranus and Taurus while also trine each other. And for you, there could be some very cool surprise breakthroughs on the work and money front that do shake a few things up on the home and family front, but in a good way. Your home economy and your personal economy are overlapping beautifully with whatever comes up here, but it could, again, shake the way you kind of run your everyday. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's just have a look and see now what's going on when it comes to your tarot traffic. All right, Aquarius, here's your tarot traffic. And for your big spiritual theme, your big focus this week, we've got the Empress card reversed. Now, the Empress card reversed always talks about situations where we might need to be ready to start tackling some issues where a problem might be baked into something that we've got going on. Now, a lot of the times the Empress card reversed, we can see a situation where a bad part, sort of a bad inclusion, or something that is, again, part of the scenery could be creating issues. Now, the good news about the Empress reversed in this position is we get a chance to discover what that is this week, whether this is a team member, a problematic family member, an environmental or atmospheric issue, or something that is a component of something that is constantly the cause of a lot of trouble. I often see the Empress reverse show up when we're talking about a situation where somebody is their own worst enemy. Whatever the case is, make sure that you don't try to bury it or cover it back up because it's time to deal with it. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work, job, and finances, you've got the 9 of Cups upright. And the 9 of Cups is all about wishes getting granted. It's all about some kind of powerful accomplishment or even something getting delivered, bestowed, or bequeathed in some way that is going to be a valuable asset to you. Now, for a lot of you, the 9 of Cups could indicate some kind of really big news this week or some kind of good news coming your way that is changing the course of a professional or financial road you've been on onto something a lot more golden. Or this could even be a yes answer to something that you've been putting out there, or a likely yes answer for those of you looking to put something out there as far as a special request around money, professional, or practical affairs. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Knight of Pentacles reversed. And the Knight of Pentacles reversed is indicating this week there could be something going on where a friend, a contact, or somebody that we have been maybe involved with is getting tied up by something that's kind of overwhelming them. And it might be pulling them away from something that we normally have come to expect them or to do or take part in or be a part of. A lot of the times with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, this can be something that is out of this person's control. You know, suddenly they have to take on more work. A family situation comes up. But a lot of the times, time is being spoken for, and there could be a need to be ready to make an adjustment or maybe fill an empty space that week, or this week, I should say. For your challenge this week, you've got the 6 of Wands in reverse. And the 6 of Wands in reverse is all about reversing plans, undoing things, backpedaling, or walking back or rewinding things that we need to change. And this is a card that could be seen as sort of a neutral, but as a challenge here, there may be something that you have to walk back, rewind, or revise that you know is good for you and for some people, but might actually tick off or irritate or disappoint others. It might be something that does make a not so great splash in certain crowds, but at the same time, it is good that you do it. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. This week, there could be something coming up where you and a partner are able to catch some kind of mistake. A lot of the times, the Eight of Pentacles reversed, it's still a really good card because, again, we're solving a mystery of why something is just not really working out as far as something we've got going on. This could also indicate possibly something that we need to change around an approach we're taking to a couple goal or maybe a problem or something that we're trying to solve. But with the Eight of Pentacles reversed, we're finally getting the solution, especially if it has been kind of a mystery that's got you guys kind of lost. And for those of you who are single or are available to new people, be careful about reading the room this week. The Eight of Pentacles reverse can indicate problems around missing details or not thinking things through and missing important communications where, they're actually happening, right? There's more than just what's the words and, you can never trust body language. I know that there's a whole lot of body language experts and body language coaches out there. It's all a grift. You've got to be careful to make sure that you're not making assumptions because you might accidentally be missing out on things you don't know you're missing out on. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Pisces people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting March 31st, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website, integrativemysticism.com. I've decided to bring back Appreciation April, so for those of you who remember that from back in the day, yeah, it's back on. 20% off all readings with me, both live and video reports for the month of April. So it's a good time if you ever thought about getting a session with me, and I've decided to also get it started here a couple days early because I am recording this on the 29th of March. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 2nd, we've got Venus retrograde conjunct the North Node in your sign, which is bringing up a beautiful opportunity to abandon a future trajectory or a future road that you've already been on that you don't want to stay on by reversing something from the past. Now, for a lot of you, this is something that is going to be revolving around a personal journey, a personal story, personal project, or personal ambition. And we may get a chance to uproot ourselves from something that we have maybe become trapped in or something that we have become stuck in that is keeping us on a road that would only, again, keep us indentured to or committed to a future we don't want. However, we may have to, again, release something that from the past as an idea, a plan, arrangement, or a commitment we once were a part of. On the 4th, 5th, and 6th of the month, we've got Mars, Saturn, and Uranus all tripling up together. And Mars and Saturn are going to be in a beautiful pair of connections to Uranus and Taurus. And Mars and Saturn will also be trine to one another. And with this going on for you, there is likely going to be some kind of surprise breakthrough taking you down a brand new road through some kind of important collaboration, joining of forces, or meetup, or some kind of setup that is actually going to be giving you a boon or maybe even a boost to or out of a situation that you're looking to graduate from anyway. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Pisces, time for your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, we've got the Seven of Cups in reverse. And the Seven of Cups in reverse is actually a really good card because this is all about a clearing or a dissolving of a lot of really confusing, murky, seemingly just unnavigable, that's not even a word, difficult to navigate situations that we've kind of just been forced to sort of tolerate in recent or less recent history. Sometimes the Seven of Cups reverse can show up as, kind of like a ray of light that is parting the clouds or dissipating fog where it's needed, especially if we've been in a situation where we've been kind of caught at a huge crossroads where a lot of different roads are going in different directions. With the Seven of Cups reversed, we see a lot of things that are just mirages, illusions, or things that could actually be distractions, pulls, or yanks on your time, your energy, or your future are going to get revealed and dispelled. For your big Earth sector card or your practical affairs, work, job, and finances, you've got the Devil reversed. And the Devil card reversed is indicating this week there could be some really good news about a problem interference or an adverse interference in a work or financial affair getting cleared out of your story. And this could indicate something coming up where a lot of you are getting a chance to be released from either a person, an arrangement, or a situation present or even from the past that has been a thorn in your side or been creating unnecessary struggles or exacerbating challenges beyond what is actually reasonable. This could indicate a person or, again, even the dissolution of some kind of contract, agreement, or arrangement, or even the reversing of something that was once enacted or done in the past. Whatever the case is, with the Devil card reversed, there's a chance to have a nice exhale and breath of relief. For your big community card or your friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the Queen of Cups in reverse. This week, you might have to face off against a personality that may be attempting to try to manipulate or trap you in some way into creating or doing something for them, or creating or maintaining a reality or a path for them. A lot of the times, the Queen of Cups reversed can show up as a bit of a weaver, right? A web weaver. They tend to operate from a very insecure, relationally ignorant, and even pathetic kind of place. The kind of person who needs other people to not only create the reality they want for them, but also maintain it, right? Here's the canvas, here's the tools, here's the paintbrush, here's the paint. Also, could you paint it for me? This could indicate a problem that's trying to stir up either with you or with somebody that you care about. And remember, with the Queen of Cups reversed, this is not an appeal for grace and mercy. It's still an act of oppression and control, possibly even an act of violence. And whatever you got to do in this situation, reject, 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 and be prepared to cut some webs. For your challenge this week, you've got the Two of Pentacles reversed. Now, the Two of Pentacles reversed is a card that says this is a week where you've got to start pulling things that you have been leaving on your table off the table and stop adding things onto your table. This week, remember, with the Seven of Cups reversed is all about you getting cleared up, things getting, you getting a lot of relief. Don't start piling all kinds of new things on that don't belong there. With the Two of Pentacles reversed, there could be some issues coming up where you've been trying to juggle too many things or try to juggle too many obligations or juggle too many, let's just say too many things for other people as well, or maybe keep too many things in mind. And this is a week where we have to be clearing our table because there could be some problems with trying to be too much for too many. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Death card reversed. Now, the Death card reversed is indicating this week there could be something going on where you may notice some trouble getting stirred up, something that maybe we or a significant other thought was kind of a done deal, ended, over, gone, and removed from our story or removed from, a future path, maybe didn't actually go away. This could be something that, played dead while just kind of hiding underground. Now, this could be something where it's creating a problem for both of you, or this could even be creating an issue where something, again, that should have been closed and refuted and taken off the table in the past is not really completely turned over. And we might have to, again, deal with that for good this time and get rid of it for good. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, the Death card reverse is indicating there may be some things going on in this regard as well. Whether this is something going on, probably not so much in a sordid way, but just in terms of things that maybe do need to be cleared up as far as tying up loose ends or obligations or issues, either for you or, again, potentially a new significant other or intended. But with the death card reversed, for single people, it's a little bit easier. Just be prepared this week. There might be a lot of stuff that has to be kind of swept off the road before the road can be opened. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.